The reflection. Emma hated the bathroom in her new apartment. The tiles were cracked, the sink dripped all night, and the mirror above the sink had a jagged fracture running down its top right corner. The landlord promised to replace it soon, but she doubted it. Still, rent was cheap, and she needed somewhere to stay. The first time she noticed something odd, it was subtle. She'd just finished brushing her teeth when she thought she saw her reflection move a split second after she did. She blinked, leaned closer. Maybe it was the bad lighting. But 2 nights later, she caught it again. She smiled at herself, and her reflection's smile was just a little too wide. The following week, things got stranger. When she left for work in the mornings, she sometimes thought she saw movement in the mirror after she'd stepped away. Once, she swore her reflection stayed behind, still staring at her from inside the glass. She told herself she was overtired, working late shifts in the city, then coming home to a cold, silent apartment. It did things to your mind. Until the night it winked. Emma froze, toothbrush in hand, toothpaste foam dripping onto the sink. Her reflection had winked at her, slowly, deliberately, while she stood frozen. She dropped the toothbrush and ran into the living room, slamming the bathroom door. For the rest of the night, she sat on the couch with every light on, telling herself it was just a trick of the eye. A week later, she woke at 3 a.m. to a sound. It was faint, a slow, deliberate tapping. She followed it to the bathroom door. Inside, the mirror was different. The crack had spread halfway down, a jagged lightning bolt through the glass. And in the reflection, behind her, was the shadow of someone standing in the doorway. She spun around. Nothing. When she looked back at the mirror, the shadow was closer, and she realized with a chill that it wasn't behind her at all, it was inside the mirror. She stopped using the bathroom after that. She brushed her teeth in the kitchen, avoided looking at the mirror altogether. But one night, on her way to bed, she caught it again, movement in her peripheral vision. The reflection of her bedroom door, slightly open. Except she hadn't left it open. When she looked directly at the mirror, her reflection was standing a step closer than it should have been. The room behind it looked darker, emptier, as if the light couldn't reach inside the glass. Her reflection's lips moved. Emma couldn't hear the words. The next morning, she woke to find the bathroom door wide open. The mirror was clean now, the crack gone, but the reflection inside was wrong. It smiled at her. She didn't. Then it raised its hand and waved. And that was the moment Emma realized the reflection was no longer following her movements at all. That night, she decided to cover the mirror with a sheet. It was childish, but it helped her breathe easier. She told herself she'd call the landlord in the morning. At 2:13 a.m., she woke to the sound of glass shattering. In the darkness, she heard slow, wet footsteps coming down the hall. The next morning, her neighbors complained to the landlord about the noise, and about Emma's apartment door being left open. Inside, the apartment was empty. The bathroom mirror, once cracked, now showed no fracture at all, but if you looked closely, you could see a young woman standing in the background, her palms pressed flat against the inside of the glass.